NMP Online Support Video 2 Multiple Page Maps. NMP Online is designed to be able to combine a number of map pages into a single PDF file. In fact, this is a requirement for Department of Agriculture submission. In this video, I will show you how to create multiple pages and how to create a PDF file containing these multiple pages. In creating multiple page maps, there is a procedure to follow. First, you need to use layer control to set the default settings. Then you add your first page. It is important to get the settings on the first page right before you create further pages. Second and subsequent pages take their settings from work already done. The color and label layers come from the layer control, but other settings such as the page title, page size, resolution come from previous page settings. We will look at the creation of those second and subsequent pages, and finally we look at combining all the pages that have been created into a single print. In this example, we'll look at creating a map for Department of Agriculture. Under Layer Control, we make sure plots are selected under Color Layer and Plot Name and Lab Samples under the Label layer. We can then switch off layer control and add a page. So we click on the add page button and click in the map. It creates the low resolution map. Click in that area of the map, the gray area, and click on edit. This will bring up the edit dialog box. So the first thing we change is the title. So we change that to NMP Farmer, Plots and Samples. Change the resolution to 1:5000, and in this case we'll leave the layout as A4. When we save that, the map is resized and it fits a reasonable proportion of the farm, but we can see that there are two outlying areas. I would click to select the map and move it to cover most of the area that's required. We can see that the page does not fit exactly over the main block of land. We can change this by having the page selected, click on Edit, and we look at Layout and change it to A4 Landscape. Click on Save and select the page again, move it, and we can see it now covers the main block of land. We can now add another page by clicking on Add Page and selecting the area, and we can see that an identical page is put over the second area. We can click on Add Page again and put a page over the outlying piece of land. We now have covered all of the farm. We can select that, just edit just to be sure that our settings are correct, and we can see our NMP Farmer, Plots and Samples, our scale and our layout are as set out in the first page, and that the settings of color layers and label layers are as set out in the layer control. Click on Save. We are now ready to print. To print, we can just click on Print All, and the system will start generating the map. We then wait until the map has been generated. This can take a variable length of time, somewhere from 10 seconds to 20-30 seconds, depending on use on the system. The name of the map then appears on the screen. We click on that and our map will be opened. We can now see that our map consists of 3 pages. If you need to change the settings on one of the pages, you can select the page, edit, and for instance, if it suited better to have the layout as A4 portrait, you can make that change Click on Save, and we can now see a different orientation. You can proceed to print. All the print jobs that you have created will be listed on the bottom of the page. It is important, in particular for the file to be submitted to the Department of Agriculture, that you take a note of the name, because when you go through the submit process, you will be given a list of the various maps that are on the system, and you will need to pick the correct one for submission to the Department of Agriculture. You are now ready to print off and submit your maps.